Hello again, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. It is Comic Kid here again, and today we have another Advanced DC Comics review. And as y'all can probably tell from the title and thumbnail in the video, today we will be talking about Superman and the Authority #1, as well as Blue and Gold #1. Now, in case it's not obvious, there will be some spoilers ahead for these issues. That said, it's also a #1 issue for both of them, so there's not really much that you can spoil about the series overall anyways. But if you want to read them first, then I would encourage you to come back to this video after these titles officially launch. So to just jump right in, we will start off with Superman and the Authority #1. This one is Grant Morrison's return to the Superman character, and like Morrison is known for their particular take on Superman. As most of you know, or have probably heard, All-Star Superman is definitely one of Morrison's best works, and if you haven't read it for whatever reason, then I highly encourage you to go check it out. Even during the New 52, Morrison's run on Action Comics was just very, very well done, and was one of the stronger titles during the New 52, and so if you guys haven't had a chance to check out their work on Superman, then I would highly encourage you to do so. Now, Superman and the Authority does start off by following Manchester Black, and I think that's a bit of an interesting concept. It's certainly a character that we haven't seen in a while, but given that they're reestablishing the Authority, I do think it's an interesting way to go about establishing the team and kind of reassembling the Authority. Now, despite the inclusion of Manchester Black, this is certainly not the weirdest aspect of the story, or I guess rather the most confusing aspect of the story. We're not quite sure where in the timeline that this story takes place, at least at the moment. Personally, I would assume that it takes place after certain events in Philip K. Johnson's Action Comics run that has not officially quote-unquote started yet. He's kind of taking a different direction with the story in Action Comics that's different from what he's already done, but it's definitely before the Future State stuff as well. And so based on issue 1 alone of Superman and the Authority, we're not quite sure exactly where it falls in the timeline, but my assumption is that it's between those two. Clark is, weaker. He can't quite fly as well as he used to be able to, and we're not sure what happened. And so I'm assuming Philip K. Johnson will set that up in his Action Comics run. But overall, in one issue alone, I would definitely say that Morrison is off to a great start. They do a great job of kind of showing what an aged up Superman would kind of be like. And we've seen different takes on this story before, especially through like Kingdom Come. And if you notice, he does have the Kingdom Come logo on his shirt. But I don't know, I feel like Morrison just does a little bit different from other takes on the older Superman stories. And then I did also want to mention that I thought it was a nice touch that you kind of see the impact he has on characters like Manchester Black, and kind of using his personality and just being a good person in order to kind of coax Manchester Black into getting what he wants out of him. And so all in all, I would say Superman and the Authority is off to a really, really solid start. It wasn't absolutely mind-blowing. It is certainly not the best single issue of Superman that I have ever read, but I am certainly curious to see where Morrison goes from here. Of course, with art by Michael Janin as well, it is just a gorgeous looking book. And so all around, I would encourage you guys to check it out on its actual release date. Now, the other one that I read early is Blue and Gold. Now, I believe Dan Jurgens, the author, mentioned that this series had been in development for quite some time, and that it just now came out. Now, it has certainly been updated in terms of both narrative and art, but I'm assuming the basis of the plot has remained the same since he initially conceived the idea. So, in regards to that story, Booster Gold is effectively a superhero streamer now and goes around saving people and videoing it and kind of hopes that people effectively Venmo him in exchange for his services. It's effectively a GoFundMe for Booster as a superhero. And then eventually he figures out that the Justice League has been taken captive, and then Skeets enlists the help of Ted Kord, and there's some interesting sort of drama there between the two of them as well. I won't go too much into that because that is one of the more intriguing aspects of the book. But overall, I do feel like Blue and Gold is a really good first issue, especially if you're a fan of these characters and this duo. I think it is perfect for a mini-series. I do not think it needs to be an ongoing by any means, but as someone who enjoys these characters and enjoys Dan Jurgens' writing on these characters, it is everything I wanted the series to be, at least so far. As far as which one I prefer between the two, they are completely different types of stories, and so I wouldn't say that one really is better than the other, but both of them know what they are. And so if you're looking for just kind of a fun, light series that you can kind of just jump into, then Blue and Gold is definitely going to be right up your alley. It's not bad by any means, and if you're a fan of the characters already, then yeah, you'll probably like this one as well. That said, it is also not a serious comic at all, and so if you are hoping for something a bit darker or is something that takes itself a bit more seriously, then I would say this is not the book for you. But all around, I do feel like this week is an incredibly strong week for DC. And especially with Superman and the Authority kind of being the first one to show off their new direction for Superman, I'm curious to see where they go from here, so hopefully they can stick the landing. But that is everything that I have for you guys today. As always, thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure to let me know what you think of Superman and the Authority and Blue and Gold or any other books from DC this week once you get a chance to read them. As always, thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure to hit like and subscribe, and I will see y'all again real soon.